The crisis between Qatar and some of its Gulf state neighbors continues. What is causing the standoff, and are diplomatic efforts to resolve it making any progress? Hello, I'm Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. Qatar, a small oil and gas-rich nation in the Persian Gulf, is trapped in a major rift with some of its powerful neighbors. Early last month, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain severed relations with Qatar. Egypt has also cut diplomatic ties. They're accusing Qatar of supporting extremist groups and of funding terrorism. Qatar denies the allegations and is refusing to submit to a list of demands drawn up by the Saudi-led quartet. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts, including a visit to the region by U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, have failed to deliver a breakthrough. We begin with correspondent Adel El-Makhrouki. He's just returned from covering the story in Doha, and he joins us from Cairo. And Adel, what is the latest on where the standoff is right now, and what are some of the major demands that the Saudi-led states are still insisting on? What's Qatar saying?
Well, basically, the latest we have is that the latest effort from the French Foreign Minister, Jean-Yves Le Drian, who has also, as his counterparts from the United States, United Kingdom and Germany, had a condensed Gulf tour, meeting all the states involved in this rift, at least most of them, and trying to reach a solution. But as Secretary of State Tillerson, he leaves without leaving any comment, indicating that he has not, as Tillerson, reached any significant change in this political rift. The demands that have been initially announced, the main points of them include shutting down Al Jazeera channel, cutting ties with Iran, and stop supporting and funding terrorism, which, as you said, Qatar has been denying these allegations and accusations. On the other hand, we've been lately getting some reports that there might be a more lenient approach with some UAE officials saying that they might accept restructuring the editorial system of Al Jazeera instead of shutting it down. But also, as you said, Qatar remains defiant and wants to hold still to its position.
Adel, you mentioned that visit by the U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. What were the focus of his efforts? What was he trying to achieve?
Well, Tillerson started with Doha, and he went on to hold talks with the leadership in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, the main mediator, Arab mediator in this political crisis, and UAE. It seems that he has provided sort of a roadmap or main points through which the crisis could be solved. And France, by the way, said that it sees this initiative or this approach is very reasonable to the current crisis. He went back to Doha, which was quite unexpected, through which the tour should go only in one-stop visits. It seems that there were some points he was revising with Kuwait, but he left without taking any questions or giving any details about what they have reached. So it seems that beside the MOU he signed with his Qatari counterpart, Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al-Thani, the Foreign Minister of Qatar, that reconfirms Qatar's commitment to fighting terrorism, other than that, he has not reached anything significant.
And Adel, there is a report about the UAE, and it says that the UAE may have orchestrated the hacking of Qatari government news and media sites, and that this is what might have set off the upheaval. What do you know about that?
Well, this is a hacking that happened on the 24th of May, through which the Qatar news agency, the state-owned news agency, has been hacked. This is the claims of Qatar, but it has posted a news saying that the Emir of Qatar praises the role of Iran and says that Iran is a regional power. He also showed support to Hamas, which both quite irritated the Arab countries, and it seems that the political rift started from this stage. Now, according to the post, there are U.S. intelligence sources that say their investigations pinpoint that UAE is involved in that cyber attack. UAE's ambassador in Washington, D.C., Yusuf Al-Otaibi, described this report as false. He stressed that the UAE is not involved by any matter in this cyber attack. On the other hand, Qatar earlier, a couple of weeks ago, said that it has proof that some, it did not mention who, but some of the 4 Arab countries leading this diplomatic rift has been involved in this cyber attack. It says that it has information that some iPhones were used in this attack, and they were from 1 or 2 of these 4 countries. Today, the Qatar news agency has also given a statement from one of the Qatari officials saying that he considers the Washington Post's report as proof to UAE's involvement. In any case, officially, there hasn't been any official confirmation on that report, or even denial from investigation sources and intelligence sources like the FBI, who has sent a team to Doha to investigate the cyber attack, and the CIA, which might be the intelligence authority that the Post refers to.
Okay, thanks, Adel. That's CGTN's Adel El Makrouki reporting from Cairo.